camera just doesn't work.
That's fine. All right. So Ruth's camera doesn't work. And she apologizes for that. But okay, we're just gonna wait a couple of seconds. The live stream is going. We're just gonna wait a little, wait a little while for people to come in. Um,
So what did you put as the title?
are Black women desirable?
Just undesirable?
No, desirable. Period. Because we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So no one's in the room yet, but we're just gonna start. Oh well, someone's here. Hey, someone. Feel free to leave a chat, a question, and if you'd like to. Oh goodness, Spider, no. Okay.
What?
So let's check out this video. Actually, where is it? Oh my gosh, Spider, 1 second. Okay, so let's talk about if Black women are desirable or not. Ruth brought this, Ruth talks about it. We watched a video yesterday. I sent Ruth a link to a video yesterday about the topic. And my friend Saray and I were talking about it yesterday. So, we're going to talk about it. Ruth wanted me to show this video, okay? So I'm going to show this video. Everybody look at this video.
And because I'm like really pissed off right now. Basically, it's Eid today. My boyfriend is Muslim. I've been with him for 2 years. He's invited me around for Eid. I've walked into his house. His mum and dad have kicked me straight out, and their excuse for that is because it's a Muslim house and it's I'm white, according to them, and I'm trash. And this don't stand for every Muslim family, because every Muslim family is not like that. Not every Muslim family is like that. And you can come across some really, really nice, welcoming Muslim families that will accept a white girl. And I'm not being stereotypical at all. I'm just going off my current situation at the moment with my boyfriend's family and how racially discriminating they are towards me. It should not be allowed. I can't help that I'm white. I can't help that I fell in love with your son. I can't help that I'm not Muslim. Do you know what I mean? What do you want me to do? Like, seriously, you cannot racially discriminate me like that. I've done nothing wrong to you. Nothing. Oh, and they've kicked me out because I'm white. And they just, we're in the 21st century. You can't treat people like that. It's discrimination. Like, what the because I'm like really pissed off right now. Basically, it's Eid today. My boyfriend.
Okay, Ruth, why did you want me to show this video?
Because, okay, so lately, I keep coming across articles, YouTube pages. I don't know why they're being recommended to me. Just a lot of different things. Like, okay, so I'm, like, I would say, like, I'm a dark-skinned girl, like brown skin, dark skin, whatever. And so I keep seeing these things where, oh, Black women are undesirable. Like, they're the least attractive group of women. Just a lot of different things. Hold on just a moment, okay? I'm just having issues with my phone really quickly. So, Maya, will you continue for
Yeah, sure.
back in?
All right, so I just posted the link, guys. If you want to hop on the panel, you can hop on. We can talk about this topic. Ruth wanted to show this video. I guess she's not here to explain why, but I'm assuming it's because I guess her point is that it's not only Black women who have issues with being discriminated against while dating. What's up, Fighter?
What up?
Did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw the video.
What did you think about it?
I mean, even though, I'm on this, pro-Black tip and all that, I'm still very empathetic, so on a human level, I mean, I can understand maybe she grew up in a home where they don't hate people because of the color of their skin. Maybe she's not like that. She doesn't she judges people by their character, the way it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand where she's coming from. I can understand it. Like, dang, I really like this guy. Like, why are they treating me like this?
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand where that girl coming from. I can understand. I'm not stupid. I mean, so you're gonna have your people that are pro-black, and they're gonna say, "Oh no, she a white girl. That's why." Like, yeah, but we're more speaking on a human level. I
Right.
mean, on a human level, she likes this guy, and the parents, they not with that. I mean, so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is.
Okay. Well, Ruth is
But
back.
but I understand I understand.
Okay,
What up,
sorry.
Ruth? Yeah, and I understand where the girl's coming from though in the video. I understand her pain.
Definitely. So have you gone through a similar experience where someone rejects you because, you different, like you look different or?
Um.
No, probably not. Ruth.
I mean, I've been in the situation where it was this Puerto Rican girl, but she was more like, how can I say this? The more Jennifer Lopez type looking Puerto Rican.
Mhm.
I mean, like on the whiter side. And I remember this was like high school days, and I guess her brother saw me, like saw my face, because we were like video chatting or some shit, and he said, ew, look at him, his big ass lips, look
Oh,
like a monkey.
oh my God.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh,
Oh,
so I already know, like in that family, like someone, like either the father or the mother, had a complex towards, you know,
mm-hmm.
people, that are on the, closer to the black side. I wasn't like crazy butthurt because, I don't like to blend in where people don't want me. I mean, I fuck with people that want to fuck with me. So
Yeah, definitely.
uh,
So Ruth, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear. Okay, so the reason why I wanted you to show that video is because, okay, so I keep coming across these things like, oh, black women are least likely to get married, or black women are undesirable, or black women are the least desirable women on earth. And it's like the craziest thing to me. Like, I hear stories about women, they go into spaces, specifically black women, they go into spaces, and no matter how good they thought they looked at home, they get into these spaces and realize that they're absolutely nothing, which is just ridiculous. Like I think it's a form of programming, and I think it's complete BS that like the media and society continues to encourage us. It's not that we're undesirable; we're completely desirable, because if we weren't, there wouldn't be so many of us. Like, clearly we're desirable to each other, and we're desirable to other people. And so what made me so angry was just watching all of that. So I kind of like had done an experiment, and the issue is I think that we're just in an environment that wants to continue to portray this image as us being angry, as us being ugly, or just so many different things. But me being African, I always mention I'm African, but like I know like men from my continent, most African men, like they'll date outside their race. Just like a lot of like non-black people will date outside their race, but when it comes to marriage, um, very rarely. I don't like very rarely will an African man marry a non-African woman. Normally, they're dating these other women because it's a novelty, because it's something different, but ultimately they'll never take them
yeah,
home. And that's why I thought the video was interesting, because like I'm currently living abroad right now, and I sometimes go to the grocery store and I'll see like a West African or an East African guy with like a non-black woman, and all I could think is, I feel so bad for her as a woman. I feel so bad for her because I know he's never going to introduce her to anyone important in his life. He's never going to take her home, because if he does, he'll be ridiculed by his boys, one thing. Like, that's just going to be a never ending thing for African men. It's different, of course, for like Black American men.
Mm.
And his parents will not accept her, and so he's sleeping with her, he's doing whatever he can at the moment with her until he finds, I guess, a suitable enough like African woman that he'll marry and bring home. And that's why I just think it's so crazy. It's more so in spaces where the world, like in the West, we're in space as Black women, we're in spaces where the world believe that we're not enough. But if we go to spaces that are catered for us, are created for us, we are more than enough. We're more than anybody else. And so that's why I wanted to show this video, because Black women are the only ones that are going through like dating hurdles or being undesirable, just to like these articles, just I don't even know what word I'm looking for. I want Black women to know that they are enough, and it's unfortunate that they are in an environment that makes them believe that they're not enough. But as women, all of us, like we end up in pretty situations, unfortunately, and we all end up, unless we know how to properly like guard our hearts and are confident within ourselves, we let men take advantage of us. Men that never have any proper
Yo,
intention.
hold on,
Sorry
hold
about
on. Let me
words.
say one thing, man. I don't like that, like real soft. Like, yo, no, you're not enough. You're everything. You have to understand that you're everything. The Black woman is everything. That's what you have to get in your head. Like, not that you're enough. Oh, like we okay. We just made the line. Like we made it with a passing grade. Like, oh, we got a 70, 75. Like, we no, y'all are everything. That's what you have to understand. So then, like a lot of dudes, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're a simp." I'm not a simp, bro. I'm just saying, like, the Black woman is everything. Like, they are literally everything.
He said you just made it with a
When
pass.
dudes call you a simp, you're normal. When
Huh?
dudes call you a simp, you're normal. Because these dudes ain't normal. The DJ
Right.
Kuda crowd is not normal people.
Yo, let me tell you something,
They ain't
yo.
good people.
Yo, I made I
They
made
ain't
a, I
even
made
good
a
people.
video. Yo, I made a video. Yo, listen.
That's
I made a
sad.
video. I just gotta edit it, bro.
Niggas want robots and shit.
Yo, listen, let me tell you something, bro. Y'all were telling me not to go over there. I went over there. Dumb dudes is not as bad as what you think.
Whatever, man.
The only thing I don't like about them is that
Let's keep on
they,
topic. So.
they're okay with dating outside the race. Like don't get me wrong, if it's a bad white bitch, I'll probably fuck her. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, but
What? Okay, listen. The profanity can really.
oh, sorry.
Okay.
If there's a
That's hilarious.
a mayonnaise
You know what?
woman, I would probably you know participate in some sexual activity, but I can't build with a mayonnaise woman. It has to be a colored woman. That's just me. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
And in that crowd, the Manosphere crowd, they tell you, oh, save yourself, like go out. I'm not sure if that's how they feel, but they're kind of on that, like, save yourself, they outside your race. I'm not really down with that. Like, I mean, like, yes, there are attractive Asian and white women, but that's not really my cup of tea.
I
It's not
understand.
my
Oh
So,
like.
yeah, man.
so I don't know if you guys
I
saw
agree.
the thumbnail image of the video, but M. Dixon says your thumbnail is my mind's image of beauty. Let me see if I can pull it up. But
Ooh, I like that title.
yeah, I mean, I tried to pick a quintessential Black woman, like for the video topic. Let's see. But Ruth, I mean, what do you think about that? Fighter pushed back at your use of the word enough. Like, what do you think? What do you think about that?
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking to you. Fighter was like, he pushed back. He pushed back at your use of the term enough.
Well, here's the thing. If you look at most TV shows that are popular now, what is usually the narrative? It's usually like, for example, I look at like this one show I like Insecure, and you have one of the characters on there who's in a relationship for the first time. It goes back to the narrative that most men just did not want to commit to her because she's dark skinned. If you open up any article, and just like things that have been engraved in a lot of like Black women's mind, is is that they're not enough. If they're not light, they're not if they're not light, if they're not closer to white, that they're not enough. And it's just absolutely ridiculous because I've even had situations like where I would be with friends who are lighter who or are white, and like one of my friends would be like, oh, I think, you know, fairer women are more attractive, which is completely okay with me. Like, I don't care that people say stuff like that because I personally prefer like, yeah. So anyways, so moving on from that, they'll say comments like that, but the moment like men start hitting on me more than they do on her, like, I lost a really good friend who I knew for 13 years because she could not deal with the fact that men were more interested in me, and she had told me in the past that she thought she was more desirable because she was white, but none of gave him a day. So she instead to belittle my existence and say that I was an angry woman for absolutely no reason, just to demean me in any way she could, because she could not deal with the fact that some other people would think that I'm more desirable than her, especially being a darker complexion.
Gotcha. So this is the thumbnail. And Dixon says this is mine's image of beauty. And what Ruth is saying there's a lot of people who say this image of beauty isn't enough. Like, people are saying that this isn't the standard of beauty. We already know that in the magazines, online, when there's like a quote unquote beautiful woman, it's always like a woman that has straight or wavy blonde hair, blue eyes, very fair skin. So it is, I mean, like, women that look like this are often erased when we talk about beauty. I think that's the point that Ruth is trying to make.
This is my issue with the whole, like, people are giving power to these things, like the Grammys. I don't like the Grammys. Don't mean shit to me. That's all sorry, the Grammys doesn't mean anything to me because that's just an award show that a certain amount of people. There's a lot of politics involved. So if my favorite artist never went to the Grammys, never won a Grammy, I don't care about that because he's still my favorite artist. So what people have to understand is when you read these magazines and this and that, these are not magazines run by black people. These are magazines that are ran by white people. So they gonna say, you know what? This is what we think looks the best. Because naturally, if you're white, you should naturally feel that being white is better. That's the way you should feel. Personally, on a personal level. If you're black, you should think black is better. If you're from indigenous, as far as when we're talking about like a Mexican, with the poncho and all that, right? You should feel that people that look like that are the best looking people, like a Samuel Hijack type look.
I mean, I'm going to take it a step further and say I wouldn't use the word better in that context. I understand what you're saying, but I wouldn't use the word better. I would say everybody should do what benefits them the most. Like, it just simply it benefits black people to marry other black people and to support and to encourage and to ride for the black people. It benefits white people to do the same. It benefits white people to project the standard of beauty that is blonde hair and blue eyes, right? It makes us feel inferior. So I get what you're saying. Like, I agree. I think we should do a better job of projecting the image that exalts us, that puts us, as a standard. But we don't.
So we gotta stop. This is our issue. This is the issue. We have to stop wanting other people to want to accept us. That's the real issue. I mean, like, I don't care. Like, I don't care what the poster, what good looking man is to white people. I don't care. Like, because I don't deal with them. I deal with, melanated. So that's what I deal with. So I care what they think more.
Right.
I mean,
so Jerome says we got to get more people in here. Go ahead, Jerome. Go bring your people. Send the link out. What you doing?
Yeah, come on, get the Manosphere up in here, man. Get the Manosphere.
Well, okay.
Oh hell no.
Jonathan.
Yo,
Oh hell.
please tell me, please tell me why you don't like the Manosphere. The only reason I don't like the Manosphere is because they're not really that pro-black. Like I feel like they kind of gave up on that. That's
No,
why
they're not. I agree. Matter of fact, that's my main issue with them. Cause it seemed like every time a chance they say they supposed to be for brothers, but they shit on brothers at the same time that want to be with a black woman. Like they call you a simp for literally anything. That's why I say, okay, I'll be that simp.
That's
Okay, I am a simp. Now leave
because
me alone.
I be on DJ. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I be on that channel. Them they seem alright to me. You know what I mean? The only part I'm not with is the swirling and all that. I mean, like don't get me wrong. I would sleep with an attractive white woman. Yes, I would. But it won't get deeper than that. I mean,
Yeah, brother, I agree with you on that. I'm just saying with these dudes, I've been watching them for years and they walk in contradictions. They say one thing, they say another, they swirl, then get mad at black women swirling. I don't know. They coming and they going in my eyes. You know, there are some good brothers that are about their business, but I only go for the business panels. If you talk about women, that's the fastest way to get clicked the fuck off with me on my bad. I don't know. The fastest way to get clicked off in my eyes, because to be honest, it's like y'all recycling the same topics over and over. Black women ain't shit, part 55. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I had
Like,
to click off too, because it was like, you're not gonna bash. I mean, even somebody, Fighter, someone that tried to come
because
up.
brother, they'll find an issue with you. They'll psychoanalyze you and find a problem with you for no reason, just for the hell of it. So I agree with you, brother, and salute to you. But just protect your energy from these niggas, because these niggas is bloodsuckers in my eyes.
right. I don't know, man. You're gonna have bad apples everywhere. I don't know. Like that's the
True.
only part I'm not cool with. Like to be honest with you, I feel like everything for the most part what they talk about is on a good note. But it's just the whole me like I can't imagine like me marrying a white like what. I'm sorry, I can't see it.
Me neither, man. And that's weird. She can't cook no chicken for me. She ain't gonna fry the chicken. She just gonna put the shake and bake on top of it and gonna say, "Here you go." I want no shake and bake chicken.
Bro, I came from I'm Dominican, so my grandma knew how to cook. She had a restaurant in New York, and my mom knew how to cook. So if I get with a woman, she gotta know how to cook. This is
Yeah, my
mandatory.
mom's Dominican too, so yeah, the cooking is definitely a priority. So
Yeah.
Gotta stay laughing right now.
fact.
You want to come on? She laughing. She laughing at y'all. Talking about some chicken baked chicken.
I know how to cook. Yeah, but I mean, they could say whatever they want, but yeah, the black woman is desirable. So, and y'all know it.
Yeah,
When y'all
man,
go out,
I agree, man.
when y'all go out, y'all see it. Y'all see the attention y'all get. So
Yeah, I know this conversation
See,
went
all
off.
that red pill shit go out the window.
Just trying to stay on topic. This video kind of went off a little bit, but it went off. But I have no issues getting men, and like for someone to say that black women are not desirable, it's like brainwashing. I think it's propaganda.
yeah.
It's
I
like
agree.
it's like a way to get our self-esteem down. So and I think Fighter, it's like a way for them to try to get us chasing their acceptance of us. Like, oh yeah, if we say black women aren't desirable, they're gonna chase, they're gonna try to get white men to like them. You guys saw all that stuff with Doja Cat when she was in those white supremacist chat rooms and stuff. It's like,
yeah, I'm already mentally not attracted. Like, cause before I was attracted. Like, damn, she got a little thickness to her. Like, okay, she bad. But now when I found out about all that shit, like that's kind of like threw me off. Like,
Yeah.
Dead
What did you
ass. Like
find out?
I just found like
Swear, we need to vet people, man.
like a
We need to be
couple
vetting these
days,
people, man.
like a couple days
Before we
ago,
give them
like
a million views and shit, and they done real good.
They get rich off of us.
Then we find out. Then we gotta cancel them.
yeah. I don't know, man. Like I never, like I said, like you know what I'm saying. I grew up, and I mean, a lot of my cousins and my grandma, they were like, they were pitch black. You know what I mean, like, so me growing up, I feel like that's what a woman is supposed to look like. So I don't know. So man, like I don't discriminate at all. Like, I mean, I don't care about your complexion. I mean, all I care about is, do you look good? I never.
Right. So,
Like,
Omi in a production says black men are getting played. Look who is getting the most stunning black women now, white men.
yeah.
I don't know if that's true though.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
I don't know
let me
if
put
that's
it
true
like this.
neither.
Let me put
And,
it like this.
I'm in the
Though.
Beverly Center. I'm near where the Hills is at, and I don't see that. So
Let me put it like this though. These white dudes, they don't get the ugly ones though. They don't get the
they
ugly
don't.
ones. They get
I
You
agree.
know
I
what
agree.
though? But you know what? You know what's opposite with black men? When black men date white women, they get the ugly ones.
Oh yeah, and the fat ones too.
It's like, wow.
Yes,
Like,
we get
wow.
Butterface.
It's crazy.
She be bigger than the house.
Like when white men date black women,
Butterface,
they get the dime.
Butterbean.
But when black men date white women, they get the bottom of the barrel. And it's like,
The white trash.
Right. Goodness.
Butterbean, Butterball,
Because they trying to use
Buttercream.
her. So they let you know. They be trying to use somebody.
They need to use her car. They need to use her car one time.
Goddess, turn on your camera.
One time,
Girl, I'm looking a mess right now.
It's all good. And that's what makes me so angry though. Like when a white man gets with a black woman, he making sure that he gets the top, you know what I mean, the cream of the crop. But it's like, come on, black man. It's like you want to say all this stuff about black women, how black women ain't this, how black women ain't that, but then when you go date a white woman, she's lower than the women that she's talking about. She's literally lower than the black woman that you're complaining about. So what is happening? It's crazy.
What made y'all?
The fascination of white women.
It's crazy. Like you pick a 300-pound white woman who's a hearing
The fascination of white woman. Betty Sue gonna be my baby mama.
What made y'all talk about this
And
topic?
we gonna have
Black women
light-skinned
desirable.
babies.
Yeah, so gotta say we started talking about this topic because Ruth sent me a video of this white girl crying. She was crying about how her boyfriend was Muslim and his family doesn't. She was trying to make the point that it's not just black women that get discriminated against when it comes to dating. I think right, Bruce. No, Bruce is muted. Okay.
She's not saying nothing. Who is this? A white guy?
No, let me see. I'll show you. Okay, it was this video right here. She's crying. Watch, I'll show you.
And because I'm like really pissed off right now. Basically, it's Eid. My boyfriend's Muslim. I've been with him for 2 years. He's invited me around to Eid. I walked into his house. His mum and dad have kicked me straight out, and their excuse for that is because it's a Muslim house and it's I'm white, according to them, and I'm trash. And this ain't done for every Muslim family because every Muslim family is not like that. Not every Muslim family.
Okay, maybe.
Right. So that was the video Ruth wanted to see.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, like it's rare that we see white women going through this, but I know. I mean, I went through this as a child, not with dating, but with friends. Like I had a whole bunch of like white children tell me that they couldn't play with me. Like I never had any friends growing up because I grew up around white people.
Oh yeah, universe. Another thing too. I never really went through that because I usually deal with people that are like look like me or darker than me. So
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you are 5, 6, 7, like, you can't choose to be around a certain group of people. Like, you just got to deal with your environment. So my environment, the school that I went to was mostly white, and they just really they was not messing with me. They was like, listen, my dad said he don't like black people, so I can't play with you. Like, I can't sit next to you, like, nothing. And a lot of children told me that. So it's just interesting. Like, so when I was growing up, I never thought that I was desirable, right? Like, all these little white, and it was weird. It was like I had very strange experience of like white boys like touching me and stuff. They want to touch me, but they wouldn't want to like date me. So like, okay, like they'll grab my leg, they'll grab me, but it's like, okay, you said I'm ugly, so why are you touching me? And it's just like I never like growing up, like it took me a while to get my first boyfriend because I was around a whole bunch of white people. When I left, like when I moved to Baltimore with my aunt, that's when things got different. But I mean, I can't. I have to. Growing up, like I felt that desirable environment. So.
yeah, my friend, like he was my friend for a minute. Um, he was Albanian. I mean, and his mom is like that. I mean, and I'm talking about she was a funny thing. She was a Muslim woman, but she was like sketchy about me because the way I look. And he was always dating these Dominican girls, but there'll be Dominican girls like, how can I say this? Like the more like mixed looking, the more mixed looking Dominican girls, and the mom would like always be pissed off, like she would never accept them. So I went through that too, like as far as like having a friend and the mom was just a certain way racist, or didn't approve of me being a friend,
Right, definitely. So I mean, this video just goes to say that it's not just like there's another perspective being shown that white people are not the most desirable in all cases. You know what I mean? Like aren't all sought after. Like everyone wants you to believe. But it is true that a lot of black men will take any type of white woman, though. And they think they accomplish something just.
Yeah, man, and it
Maya, I
makes
have a
black men
question.
look bad. It makes them look thirsty because I hate it when fat white chicks on Tinder be acting like they can just come through just because another low self esteem nigga pretty much gas her head up.
Yeah, I mean, but
Look like the slim and shit.
definitely, and it just shows you that white is a real currency. Like you don't got to be nothing as long as you white. Like, Ruth, did you have something?
Yeah, I have a really funny story about her. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No.
Yeah. She can't hear.
You hear?
Yeah.
No, I was saying I have a really funny story about Tinder. So I tried Tinder. Like I'm not usually a type of person for probably a week, and then I got sick of it. But there was this one guy I saw on Tinder. So like I swiped right for him. It was a white guy. He was probably like European because yeah. So he was a white guy, he was European, really tall, whatever, and clearly we didn't match. The funniest thing though, I was at a local convenience store and this guy sees me. Um, I don't think he recognized me from Tinder or anything. I just thought it was really funny. And it looks like he wanted to talk to me. So he went out, started pacing back and forth in front of the door, waiting for me to pay. And then, like, I come out, he stands there, approaches me, and then, like, steps back, and then follows me literally when I'm walking for 10 minutes to ask me, but on Tinder, he matched me. How funny is that? I really think it's the whole idea that like that's programmed into people's minds. Like, okay, I see dark skin, I'm not attracted to them, but in person, this guy literally stalked me, which is just ridiculous.
Interesting.
Man, get out of here.
Very interesting. I've heard that too. That when black women date, it's harder for them to date online than it is in person. So like people are attracted to black women in real life, but not online.
I always thought that was like to be the reverse.
I guess.
Interesting. I mean, from my personal experience, I feel like people are a lot more interested in person. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I have no idea.
Cause I don't know. I get mad at it because I'm thinking inside my head, whoever these dudes she was messing with, I don't know. I need to whoop their ass because this is some bullshit. How the hell do I get matched with big fat? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say it. But you know, I don't know. 350 pounds of straight fluff and raw ass.
Oh no. Oh no.
And with, I don't know. Only one I thought it was like the reverse of why in real life they act like they don't rock with you, but online they rock with you. Is I don't know, for some strange reason. I think a lot of white dudes be fetishizing y'all off the gate.
Yeah,
and when you don't show that, then that's when they get mad, and that's when you hold a sack full of ends and all that shit. When you pretty much stand up for yourself.
I agree.
But you know, I always found black women desirable, you know. But I don't know. There's a lot of propaganda going, and I think black women just need to protect their energy. Just protect their energy, because don't let a small few pretty much put everybody meat grinder in the trash can. Like,
definitely.
nah, because that ain't a fair shit.
Definitely.
Because when I see a lot of these unattractive BWs talk about, oh, black men ain't this, black men ain't that, black man ain't shit, black man ain't that, I can pretty much use, I don't know, read between the lines and realize that, okay, this is obviously somebody that's hurt. Let me take this serious and let me just move on and just click around. I don't know. But I don't know. I call it word vomit. You know, when people get on these platforms and pretty much have these narratives and these crazy ass wild stories that never happen in real life. I don't know. Maybe it's just for profit. Or maybe they want to be on Oprah's network or something, flashing back black men or something. I don't know. But the thing that I like about a black woman is the ruby red lipstick, as I mentioned on the last stream. Her pearls, her earrings, and I don't know. I just like white on white. I just like a lot of white on white. You know, dark colors is cool, but I like white on white or blue on white, pink on white.
Interesting.
Like she hasn't learned how to not learn, but know how to dress.
Okay, so you give me style tips right now. What do you think about that? Warehouse? You know, warehouse?
Nah, it's a workshop. Well, the other side is a warehouse. This time is a workshop. Um, damn,
Okay.
I can't flip the camera, right? No.
So Madam of you, if you want to get on and talk, you can. But she said, interesting. She said these black men in these interracial relationships, they be interested in me, and I just look at their kids and girlfriend. It's weird. Interesting. Interesting.
They missed that chocolate. You see, they missed that sexy chocolate. You see.
Madam of you, if you want to get on, I shared the link right here. But yeah, I mean, who knows? All I know is a lot of black men are under the impression that it would be the grass is greener. They just have the grass is greener mentality. So, you know, it is what it is.
It's not smart. I don't find it to be smart. I find it to be very short-sighted, and you miss your chance thinking like that. Because I've seen like literally female friends go from a dude that was black making 6 figures to a white dude that was claiming that he make 8 figures, but he really had like a trust fund baby, and plus he couldn't really access the money until he was 30, so he was pretty much capping. He was pretty much lying to the people.
Yeah.
And pretty much she messed up a dude that really wanted her to a dude that act like he got it, and pretty much wound up with no country, no man to be able to help protect her. So
right.
I don't know.
So going back to this comment right here where he's saying black men are being paid, and he's like, look who is getting the most stunning black women now. Right? It's like, are black women getting paid, or are black men paying themselves? Because they the ones, that are hooping and hollering and talking about they prefer non-black people. Right? It's like no other group of men, yell as black men yell about other type. So it's like black men not getting paid, they're playing themselves. You a damn black person, and then, okay, what do you think is gonna happen? What you want? They never on date? Of course you're gonna date. No.
Somebody talking?
I said what I need to say. I'm just going off this comment right here. And it's like, for yourself better from going over there when all these men talking about how, oh, I don't want to date a black woman. I don't want to date a black woman. And then when something like this happened, then they get mad. It's like, okay, it makes no sense. It's like, okay, you have a large group of men talking about how they don't prefer black women. And then when black women date out, it's a problem.
Like let me say this, well, people have to understand, interracial dating will always exist. There's always gonna be a black girl that wants a white guy, and it might not be because of self-hate. It might just be she just liked the nigga. Maybe that's what she like some weird shit like that. But same thing for a black guy.
But the thing is, it's like the statistics show that black women don't date out nearly as much as black men. So like black women, you never hear black women, in large groups talking about, oh yeah, white men are better. Like I can't wait. I prefer. You never hear what black women say that they prefer white men.
Only if it's financial benefit.
Right. But not but not for anything else, right? Like not for like looks, not for comfort, not for family, not for love, right? Like
nope.
I mean, depending who you're talking to, because my friend Sydney, you don't know Sydney. I gotta introduce you to her, cause y'all have similar perspectives. So she's a YouTuber.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Sitting Pretty?
Yeah. I told her to follow you.
Yo, I reached out to her like by myself.
a long time ago or recently?
Recently.
Cause I told you.
No, I saw her comment on your video, and I saw
Okay.
all those people attacking her like, oh, you just want somebody with good hair and light skin. I'm like, don't nobody care about that. Like, it's not about that. I don't know.
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah. But
all I care about is stability and a man who's willing to play a masculine role. That's it. Like, you don't.
I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her to read, because y'all share like same. I mean, perspective. So I know y'all get along.
But I mean,
my man said, I know you get along.
I don't know. Vegeta says white men are getting sexy, beautiful women like Lupita. We need to step up our game. Like, yeah, I mean, like that's why. I mean,
But shit, I already stepped up my game. I don't know. I don't know. I already stepped up my game. My jump shot be on. My jumpers be on.
But people got to remember, like that girl Lupita or whatever, right? Maybe she grew up in a different environment.
no,
I
she
mean,
was born and raised in Mexico, right? Like she speaks Spanish fluently. She was born and raised in Mexico.
Right. So she grew up different. So she probably grew up around white people and she felt comfortable around them. And she knew she was different, but she just felt comfortable and got with one of them. Like people have to understand that everyone's situation is different. You know what I mean? Everyone's situation is different.
No, because dating is cool, but marriage is supposed to be like a standard, though. Like, they going, white men gonna date black women. Dating numbers ain't counted as marriage numbers. So
Right.
And
That's
plus, if she wants to go with a white man, cool. Matter of fact, all the black women that want a white man, I hope they find a white man. Cause I hope they find a white man. I hope she loves his pink unit, his pink thing, and y'all live happily ever after.
The white cocker spaniel. The white cocker spaniel.
Because a cocker spaniel.
Y'all crazy.
Complex.
Yo,
complex.
shit.
Funny to mo. He said cocker spaniel.
Yo, my joint. Like, I don't know if I told y'all before. My ex, she was half German, half Nigerian. Like her side of her father's side of the family was like super black, right? But she grew up with her white family, and I mean that they from New Hampshire. They live on a farm and all that. She grew up with them, but they were like sedity white, like, I mean, they own farms, and I mean, like, they were like some other type shit. And I mean, like, the mom used to take care of horses and stuff like that, and she just brought that mayonnaise energy to the relationship, and I ain't like that. Like,
how long did the relationship last?
Let me put it like this: we were beefing more than the actual relationship.
And it was about politics, wasn't it? It was about identity politics.
You said what?
It was about identity politics, wasn't it?
That we were beefing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Could that always be my beef with a lot of mixed people?
Well, my beef with her was she was just too white for me.
Right. Okay. So yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I was like, yo, I can't deal with this. Like, I can't. I mean, but then she was bad. She was good looking. She was a little model, whatever, actress, but not like she was like a low. How can I say this? Like a rookie actress or whatever you could call that. She
starter
was just
actress,
huh? And,
starter,
starter, amateur, whatever. She was good looking, so at that time, like, I was very you could say insecure. I was like young, so me dealing with it, that was toxic, bro. But what made it worse was that she grew up with that side of the family. So I was like, yo, I can't get jiggy with this. I mean,
Yeah, she
and
talking to you like a white woman.
yeah,
That'd be my beef. She want to get her Hillary Clinton on. Like, you mixed. Then she want to put her pantsuit and act like Hillary Clinton
hello.
and start banging on me because
Yeah,
I have,
I'm
I
gonna leave
don't
and come
know,
back.
she
I
call
can't
it
hear you.
nigga tendencies.
Right. Right. Definitely. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about this topic. I guess the point of this is to talk about just desirability politics and kind of to just fight against the propaganda that says Black women are undesirable. You know what I mean? It's like push back against that narrative that nobody wants Black women. That's not true. It's just not true.
It's not true. And plus, they use dating statistics. Like, they use Match to pretty much prove that.
And that's what I'm saying. That's
big
why,
point.
right. That's why I said earlier, like it's easier for Black women to date in person than online because all this data that they're getting and all these conclusions that women are the least desirable comes from online dating. You know, it doesn't come from other
Yeah, it
sources.
doesn't come natural. It's not a natural organic thing. It's pretty much take out, put in, and make a spin. So they spin a narrative.
So I mean,
But do Black women find themselves desirable? Can we ask that question? Do Black women?
it depends on
Do
how.
Black women find themselves desirable?
It depends on the environment. Like, it just absolutely depends on the environment. If they're dating in that specific environment. So, like I said, like growing up, I didn't think I was desirable because I had a whole bunch of racist white kids telling me I was ugly. And then as soon as I left, it was like, wow, I felt so lied to. I was like, when I leave, I see posts all the time. I'm like, what? What is this? Homie in production said it's all strategic and but anyway, I don't have anything else to say. Some closing remarks. Okay.
You said what?
Can we get some closing remarks?
Huh?
Closing remarks. Because I'm about to end the live.
Are Black women undesirable?
No, desirable. The title is "Are Black Women Desirable?"
Oh, of course. Like, that's a dumb question. Like, you have to you have to focus on the people that want you, not the ones that don't. I mean, so
I agree.
That you know, that little narrative they push, that's more for you to lower your standards, have lower self-esteem, shit like that.
Absolutely. I agree. Definitely. All right. Well, thank you for hopping on, Fighter and Jonathan. Maybe Sydney and me and Fighter can have a live. That video that you posted was crazy. People were oh my gosh. The obsession with light skin and quote unquote good hair is like crazy.
I'm gonna talk to you.
All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Peace.